mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, or they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product out the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Yeah. What's good? What's good? Yeah. We out here, man.
We out here, man.
We be live again.
We live again, man. They be trying to shut us down, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a real strange week last week, man.
I don't even know where to begin.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
That's here on time.
On time, the ones who are in the building.
I mean, but we can't even fault the people that's not on time because we wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because we having issues, man. Yeah. And it's funny. You know us. We transparent here, so we got here 5 and 6 hours early today to troubleshoot.
Yeah.
And it's working, and
we didn't explanation. Yeah, we have
do
no
nothing
idea how it's
different.
working. Yeah.
And that's the weird part. At least let me know where we went wrong.
Yeah.
We did the same exact thing that we did last week, and now we're on.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're happy about that.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to everybody that's listening.
Shouts. Absolutely.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Google Podcasts,
Yeah.
Audio Boom, all that stuff.
All that good stuff. All that good. So
How was your week?
my week was good. You know what I'm saying? No problems. You know, life is good. Helping my daughter figure out some things for college.
Really?
Yeah. She's just,
She just started school. Oh, yeah,
yeah,
true.
but she's thinking ahead.
She
wants
should.
to
As she
retake
should.
her SAT, and I'm noticing now, me and my wife, that she's proactive. You know, last year we had to kind of push her. Now she's on top of things. She tried out for the volleyball team today. But her issue is, you know, she don't want to take her nails off. So volleyball is a greasy sport.
It
man.
really is.
You got to get down. And she's like, all my nails.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you not going to make the team.
I think, you know what's crazy? I feel like I have something to do with that. Me and Marcus taking her to Albany, showing her campus life.
Oh, so you want the credit for that?
I take a little bit of credit.
Not her parents, not her mother who pushed her out and been guiding her for 16 years. Not her father who's been in her life being strong. But you, because you and your brother put together a gay movement and took her out to college. Okay, whatever.
Have you noticed a change in her behavior since then?
No, she's been pretty good for a while. But okay, listen, we'll give you the credit for that. If you want, let's clap it up.
Jeez.
Take credit. Yeah, take some credit for that. Yeah, no problems. Do we have the super chat on?
Oh, yeah, it's on.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, now we super chatting. All right, for the first time ever.
After 24 shows?
After 24 shows, we decided we're going to super chat. And it's right on time because you have a birthday on Saturday.
What?
Let's clap that up.
Snap.
Yeah, so I cut that.
Yeah, I was like, what the?
Yeah, because it was so long. It just, you know.
I was like, wait, what?
And so if you want to help Malcolm out for his birthday,
Why not? You know what
why
I'm saying?
not? This is it. This is not $1. All that stuff kind of works.
That all, you know.
So throw it in the jar or whatever it
saying?
is that they do, the digital jar. You
I'm
know,
saying, kid is turning 25. You know what I'm saying? I feel good.
25, and brother, I just want to say I love you. I'm proud of you.
Thank
At
you.
25 years old.
Thank you.
I ain't got no calls from no precincts, or I ain't got no call with no chick with no scarf on. Tell that nigga to come outside because this is his baby. And fuck you, Mr. Black Dot, and whatever that shit y'all be doing. This is his baby. I ain't getting none of them calls. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting no weird calls, you know, none of that. So I'm proud of you.
I appreciate that.
So how are you feeling entering 25? That's a milestone.
Okay, so I was, I felt like it's like excitement and anxiety mixed in. It's like colliding, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you know, 25 feels good. You know what I'm saying? That is a milestone. I know a lot of, you know, some of my peers out of 25 are not doing really well.
Not doing too well. Yeah.
Right? But at the same time, like, I want more out of myself. You know what I'm saying? I need, looking at, you know, doing self-reflection. You know
Self-reflection. Okay.
I need to be more disciplined about, you know, more stuff.
Certain things. Okay.
Certain things in. But I'm looking forward to the challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. I'm just going to throw this out there. I ain't got no grandbabies. You know, I'm not getting any younger, you know, so
Listen, man.
little Dot running around.
Listen, man.
You know, would be nice. Just
Listen,
saying, at 25, these are times to begin to say,
And you know, I was thinking about that too. Like,
I even tried to hit him with a guilt trick. You know, I'm dying.
Nah.
And, you know, before I die.
everybody's dying.
Yeah, he was like,
Everybody's dying.
Dad, that's not going to work. So, you know, just.
And I was
saying.
thinking about it because I'm like, so you turn, like, when you turned 25, you were having me, right? And I was like, damn. And you had Marcus already.
Absolutely.
And I was like, nah.
You thought about it, right?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah.
I would, like,
A lot of responsibility. A lot of responsibility.
That's a lot, B.
Yeah. So, like I said, we got the super chat going. It's his birthday, so if you want to help us out,
Appreciate that.
yeah, we would really appreciate that. But with all of that being said, it is now showtime. So, what do we have on the docket, young man?
So, you know, first story. This is crazy. This hit the day after we recorded last week.
Right.
Mac Miller passed. The rapper Mac Miller passing away from an apparent overdose. And it was also wild because that show we were talking about, you know, these artists and stuff dying on the 7th.
On the 7th.
And then he died on September 7th.
Yeah. You really can't make a lot of this stuff up. Not that we're trying to be prophetic in any sense.
Right.
But it's just like wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he goes out and they're saying it's an overdose.
Right.
That's what they're saying. There are also reports that his house was scrubbed clean, and at first I couldn't process that. But then it dawned on me, if I was getting high with him and he died, I would try to clean up all the evidence that might implicate me involved with what was going on.
And they said he was dead like hours before the cops got there.
Absolutely, because it's going to take time to clean up the house.
Right.
And try to remove anything that would, incriminate somebody else.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big Mac Miller fan, but I did hear some of his music.
Yeah, I wasn't I wasn't a huge fan, but my friends in college, like, they really.
Oh, they really rock with him?
my friend Ant, like, he really was a Mac Miller fan, and a lot of people. This is one of those artist deaths that, like, a lot of people were affected by. Because a lot of people grew up with his music. Because he started rapping, he was like 14 when he really got into it. Right. So people grew up with him. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we have Samuel Stevenson with a $5 gift.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, bro. We really do.
But yeah, a lot of people were really affected by that, and it was crazy. And what I saw too, which was dope, that a lot of people, like the artists, it wasn't the cliche.
The cliche, right. These are artists who really genuinely rocked with
him, yeah.
And, like I said, I listened to a couple of his songs and sound pretty good.
He had a #1 album as an independent artist.
And that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
That's really not easy to do. So we want to send our prayers out to him and his family, but it also segues into the drug situation.
Yeah.
And I saw J. Cole hit the stage in tears, and this segues right into his album, and because he was kind of sounding the alarm. And, you know, I kind of downplayed his album a couple of months ago. Maybe I was out of tune in terms of him being in the industry and understanding the significance, because I was like, why is his album about drugs such a big thing?
Right.
But now I get it. I get it now because him being inside of the industry, seeing these things firsthand, and these guys are really, when you do drugs a lot, you need more and more drugs to kind of continue to reach a perpetual state. So it's very interesting that some young artists are now beginning to take heed.
Right.
And hopefully that the game doesn't become about that, because it's really twisted right now.
And he was in a relationship with the singer Ariana Grande.
Right.
And when they broke up, she said, like, she was the one for other people, like, she was saying, like, he has a problem.
Yeah, yeah. And then they try to grill her.
Yeah, that was grimy.
That's grimy. They're trying to blame her for his death. And you have to be able to want to help yourself at some point. You know what I mean? Because that is a self-motivating thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can, you know, it's important to have a great support team, because I just saw Royce the 5'9", and he talked about, let's get free for $10. Thank you.
Shout out to you. Appreciate
We
that.
saw Royce the 5'9" has been clean for 6 years. And clap
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he said he had a real alcohol problem.
He said, let me get this shirt, Black Dot. Oh, I'm going to talk about this shirt in a minute. Yeah, he had a real alcohol problem.
He said he had a real alcohol problem. Like, he
been-
couldn't go to sleep without it.
Right. He's been sober for 6 years. He talked about the support from Shady Records and the staff there that sat by his side, but it became a point where he wanted to do it. And if you do not want to clean yourself up, then it's nothing I can do for you.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
You know?
That's a lot to unload on the person. Like they with you. It's not just you that's going through that. Like they're going through that too, especially
Absolutely.
if they're not a drug user.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So to kind of blame that on her when she's young too, she has a life to live. That's kind of
right.
why.
That's limited, and that's very shallow for you to do something like that. So again, for you young artists out there who think you need it, I was at that point one time. I wasn't doing lean and all that other stuff. And then when I cleaned up, I found out I was still talented. I was still gifted. I was still fortunate. So, you know, you have to, you know, because it's creating this prison where these demons are always over you. And these demons are real.
Right.
And when you're getting high, $20 from Jermaine Collins.
He's a supporter. He's been a supporter.
He's been a supporter.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Shout out to that. Oh, the money's coming in. Ching, ching, ching.
Carlos Keith.
I'm going to start doing it with the sermon. God damn it. We need new, what do we need for the church at Dotson and Dotson? Now, church always needs something and shit. So, Carlos Keith, all of you, we love you so much.
We appreciate you, for real.
And appreciate you. I forget what my chain of thought was.
You talking about addiction?
Addiction, support.
Yeah.
I was saying when I was young.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's just give our RIPs, because the money threw me before I left. I'm like, oh shit, we got money coming in, you know. So let's move on to the next subject.
Now this, okay?
Who is this? I can't really see into your camera. I mean,
it's Meek and Drake.
oh yeah, Meek and this is critical.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna give you your credit.
Yes, please.
Because about a month ago,
it was longer than a month.
maybe
ago.
a month and a half ago, you
No,
said,
it was the day he got out of jail.
okay, so whatever that date was, Malcolm said,
You can look up the YouTube archives too.
and he did say
And
that.
I even posted a question like on a community board on
and what
YouTube.
did you say exactly?
And first I said that they were gonna hash that out. He was probably gonna bring it back on stage.
Yeah.
And then I asked other people like, what are the chances? People were like, oh, no chance. They would never do that.
And lo and behold,
Yep.
in a show in Boston,
and Boston, which kind of threw me.
that threw me. I thought it maybe in Philly or something like that. But they bring him out in Boston,
Drake
and
brought Meek out in Boston.
Drake and Meek Mill in their beef, which I didn't think was a real beef.
Yo, when you in hindsight, it
in
wasn't.
hindsight,
In hindsight,
meaning when I say it didn't look like it was something that if we saw each other on site.
But okay, here's the thing.
Meek is them Philly dudes.
But here's the thing. Why I feel like it took it more seriously because he looked at it as Meek, like, you're trying to destroy my career, like, because we didn't know how people would take the ghostwriting thing,
right? Absolutely.
Until after it happened, like after people didn't really care. But imagine people did care.
Absolutely.
You kind of ruined him,
right?
If that was the case, so that's why they took it serious.
That's why Drake team.
That's why it took. Yeah, that's why it took it seriously.
Yeah, they had to formulate their own attack.
Right.
Yeah.
But, you know, we all know the story about back to back and try. We all know what happened. But I thought, I'm not gonna lie, because Meek was taking L after L after L. Like the back to back thing. Then he went to jail. Then you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna talk about that.
It was a lot going on, but he was able to, you know, bounce back.
And let me put this out into the chat right now. The timeline is real. The digital timeline of your life is real. And what I mean by that is this. Anybody talking about Bill Cosby?
Oh, that's true.
Anybody talking about Harvey Weinstein no more?
That's true.
Anybody talking about R. Kelly? It seems like if you can wait it out for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, bro, and I'm going to keep it a buck. Some of these dudes got exposed in the conscious community so bad. I was like, it is absolutely no way this dude can recover.
Yeah.
He is done.
Yeah.
And he would wait 30 days and all of a sudden and come back with the same rhetoric.
Yeah.
And people act like they forgot. So it's very key now. You can wait it out.
Yeah.
So that's the tip out there. If you going through some drama, they got naked pictures of you or some shit. 30 days. Just wait it out.
Real quick, that goes into the Nas letter.
That goes into the Nas letter.
So this was like right before his album was about to drop. Mm-hmm. Khalees did an interview saying he was abusive, he used to beat me, things like that.
Absolutely.
And then people were going off like Nas is canceled. And then first of all, he waited and then put out a letter, which I think if he would have just waited, people would have forgot about it.
Right,
I forgot about it.
He's bringing it back up. That is the key too. If somebody keeps refreshing the actual timeline, then it will be a recurring thing. But if your people tell you don't respond,
right?
Because look, 50 Cent had herpes a couple of weeks ago. Listen, pay close attention to this shit.
That's true.
But ain't nobody saying nothing, and then the timeline just moves.
Yeah.
And when it moves, you wait, and then you just show up. And continue your conversation. Because that's what I'm seeing.
Usher had herpes.
Usher had herpes, and see now I just threw it back up in the timeline. But you understand my point? The memory span of our people seems to be so short now.
Yeah.
And because this thing is moving.
Remember, if you think about it, those Bill Cosby accusations were not new.
No.
People just, the comedian Hannibal Buress
just kind of reiterated it, but it just goes to show that this is moving in real time. You know what I mean? And so if you come up with naked pictures of Doc, I'm just gonna wait 30 days and show back up and be like, hey, good evening, and just back to the show, because that's just the way it is.
Yeah. So Meek and Drake, that was dope that they squashed that.
That's real big of them. I was impressed with the fact, even though everybody should know the lyrics to that song, that Drake was out there kicking the lyrics with him. They actually look like they need to do an album. I hate to say that.
Not an album.
Okay.
Maybe they make great music together, but not an album.
Okay, maybe not an album.
These duet albums are trash.
Okay,
they're really overhyped.
But just saying, in terms of
they make great music together, which is why I'm happy that they're cool again.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell they missed each other. They was backstage playing ping pong.
Yeah, for 20 stacks. Yeah. So big up to them for being the bigger people, because we don't want to promote violence.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Now to the other end of the spectrum.
Whoa. Ooh.
Okay, so I feel like the past, whatever how many shows we've talked about these two women, I feel like now we need to preface our statements with, we love black women.
Okay, yeah, we have to do that because
my mother's a black woman. Like, we love black women.
Yeah. People on our case like we didn't love black women, and that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna report the news. So Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, they got into a little kerfuffle.
Little scrape up.
Little something.
Little
Not
something.
really. But at what was it? The Harper's Bazaar Fashion Week event.
Okay.
I saw the video of Cardi screaming stuff at Nicki and things like that, and then she wound up throwing a shoe at her, and then got tossed out. Got a knot on her head.
Ooh, listen, when you get a knot right away, that's a real knot, because usually you be scuffling with somebody.
Nah, but I heard it was security guard.
It don't matter. Usually the knot don't show up for about an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When your knot show up right away, you got clocked.
So afterwards, Nicki, not Nicki, Cardi, she made a statement on Instagram saying that she was kind of just tired of all the the underhanded stuff Nicki was doing behind the scenes, and she was tired. And basically, she said something about her daughter or her parenting, and that's why she went off like that. So then Nicki on, I think that was Monday or Tuesday, she went on her radio show,
Queen
Radio
okay.
on Apple Music, and not explained the whole thing, but just told her side. And she said that she never said anything, which she technically didn't.
But we know how Twitter works.
Yeah, right.
So if somebody call you something and somebody co-signs it, it's sort of like you damn near said it yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
So Nicki did, according to what I saw from academics. I don't know. I saw the screenshots.
Yeah.
Somebody said something about her parenting.
It was a real roundabout insult.
A vague. It was vague.
So the person said. So the person quoted Cardi shouting out Kodak Black, who is accused of having sex with a minor, something like that. So then the person goes, I think this is weird that she's supporting somebody who's accused of something while she has a daughter. So it was a real roundabout.
It was roundabout.
So first of all, the person that on Twitter that tweeted that was already
starting the shit.
Just reaching. You know what I'm saying? And then Nicki tweeted. I mean, she liked it, so it was it was a real roundabout.
Again, but women are catty like that.
Yeah, it was super slow. I mean, super underhanded.
Yeah, it was underhanded, but it's also, and Nicki is very passive aggressive, right?
Very. And if you listen to some, because I only listen to some, I couldn't take too much.
I can't take too much of the show.
I can't take too much of that, but she's very passive aggressive. So she's doing it. So when she was telling her side of the story, she was just like, she attacked me, like I'm mortified in front of all these people.
Right.
And what do you think about the actual situation?
Okay, here's the thing. I have multiple views about it. First of all, Cardi B didn't want that smoke. Cardi. I said it right.
Okay.
Right? Not that she didn't want the smoke from Nicki, because I think she can handle that. Right? I throw my exes up all day. But if she really wanted that, she would have waited until she got right up on her.
Okay.
Right? We at an event, technically, they don't know, but hey, girl, how you doing? And put that work in. Because that's how I'm going to do it.
Okay, I agree.
All right? That's how I'm going to be like, yo, kid, what's pow? You know what I mean? Okay. And then we can scrap and we can get that working.
Right.
The fact that she did it from across the room makes me think that part of it is staged, not maybe purposely staged, and then to throw a shoe on some George Bush shit, you know what I mean? Tells me that you really didn't want to get that popping.
Right.
Because we in a very intimate setting.
Right.
And we could get it popping. You know what I mean? Somebody else said, one of Nicki's, Cardi's people, one of her goons, said that one of Nicki's people was blowing kisses.
She was talking about a different situation.
Oh, that was a different situation. That was a different. Okay.
That was a different situation.
So I'm spreading rumors. Don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
So that was because if you listen to Nicki's show, she was talking about Cardi getting two strippers beat up.
Oh, okay.
She was talking about that situation.
Okay. So with that being said, it still doesn't negate the fact that if you wanted that, you could have got that.
Right.
Now, there's this saying that, well, we shouldn't be acting that way around white people. Let me clarify my statement with this. This has nothing to do with around white people. Ratchetness is ratchetness, whether it's around white people or not. I'm just saying the way they were dressed and as classy as they looked, that sometimes you need to play that part. But if your role of Cardi is it's on site, then it's on site. You know what I mean? Right. Cardi is not an industry person, right? We let's not get this twisted. She is who she says she is. So she's ready to get it popping, but she may have to tone it down just a bit because you're talking about Nicki stopping your bag, which Remy Ma also said. It's been a few other people in the industry.
A few people said that.
A few people said that, you know.
I believe it.
You know, sure, because Beyonce has that power. She shut down that girl, Carrie Hilson, and a few other people. You know, like if Beyonce ain't rocking with you,
I like Carrie Hilson too.
You in trouble. You know what I mean? Yeah, Carrie, she was kind of hot.
I liked her.
So I can believe that could happen. This is all a byproduct of Nicki's album not doing the numbers she expected it to do, and I think it just festered into something greater. But I would rather see these two women not get down like that because overall it does make us look crazy.
So people were making,
but it has nothing to do with in white people's appearance. I'm talking about in our own eyes.
So people were their argument about that was, you know, if they fought at a BET Awards, we wouldn't bat an eye, but if they fought at the Grammys, we'd be like, ah.
No, for me, it's the same thing. To me, wherever there's a bunch of people and cameras are running and we have an now, it might have been more expected at the BET Awards because it's nothing but niggas. You know what I mean? You know, niggas get together, have a few drinks, it could pop. And we have some classic incidences where, however, at this point, they both multimillionaires. You know what I mean? And the code of conduct, which again, we have to stop associating with white, it's just, damn, I'm in a nice suit. I don't want to see my man who I got some street beef with and just start fucking scrapping. I'm in a suit having some champagne, you know, because real mobsters they just shake their head at you. Okay, like now is not the time, but I see you. So I think this is a reverberating effects of Nicki's album not doing what she wanted it to do. Yeah. She's also accusing payola is the reason.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I believe every single one of those artists,
and that's my
are
point.
Guilty of payola.
Now maybe Nicki's payola is less now because she
don't need it now.
That's my point. But don't tell me when she first came out that people just were drawn to her music. The industry don't work that way, and I've been out of the industry for quite a while, but it does not work that way.
First of all, you can just tell the way the radio works. They play the same songs
over
and over again on the same station.
On the same station.
So if y'all were really about, especially like New York radio, if y'all were really about breaking new artists, you would hear
a variety of music.
But
my theory with that is too, remember, this is a brand that they're selling too. So if Pepsi came out with a new soda every week, you'd be fucking confused. So every now and then they will introduce a lime Coke or whatever the fuck it is they do. But their traditional shit stays as is. You can't have 4,000 artists vying for 13 spots and you keep flipping it every week.
Like so Nicki was talking about pale, but the other day, I think it was today, she tweeted she was talking about voting for Cuomo. Like, you can't tell me like he didn't, I don't know, I feel like he paid her something or somebody paid her to tweet that about voting for Cuomo.
We went out? Is it too loud?
Let's go with the sound, y'all.
Choppy. Is it choppy? Well, what's the deal? Let us know. Hit 1 if it's choppy. Hit 2 if the sound is just gone. Let us know. Somebody in the Chizat, let us know. Sound breaking up. The sound is breaking up. Oh boy. Oh boy. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you refresh the chat? Where you at? What are they saying?
The sound goes in and out.
Sound goes in and out. So that was 1 for choppy. Wow. Ouch. Ouch. Choppy sound. Choppy sound. This is the problem, guys, that we were having, that we thought.
So, what else did you hear? What else did you get from the Queen Radio thing?
Her show, I can only listen to a few minutes of it, because she's ranting. I think when she gets past all of that and begins to just let her personality shine, which is a great personality in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
You know, she'll be fine. But right now, the issues involving the show is, you know, something in regards to her and Cardi, and I need them to work through that because we don't need to be making this into news.
I feel you. I agree.
All right, so
I
Malcolm,
agree.
let's see what you got.
Listen, I'm good.
Now you got to talk consistently before we can tell.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, you guys see what I got about this?
No, yeah. See, let's get your mic going because we might have to share a mic.
I'm not sharing. That's.
I'm just saying,
weird.
bro. We don't want to be kind of choppy. I'm choppy in and out.
I'm not sharing the mic.
Yeah. I'm your father. I'm sharing a mic if we have to. You know.
I'm not sharing the mic.
Yes. Say what you have to
But
say.
I think for some reason, oddly, I think Nicki's kind of playing it better than I thought she would play it. She's playing it like the victim now.
Who, Nicki?
Nicki, yeah.
That's what I mean by passive aggressive.
Yeah,
she's going.
She's playing like the victim, like she's attacking people. She attacks other black women. She calls them roaches, which Cardi has done.
Right. Okay. Yes.
She's called black women roaches, but she's saying she's calling all women roaches when she's talking about them. And then she brought up old story, and then Nicki brought up old stories of Cardi going at people's kids.
Right. So now, see, the thing about social media is whatever you've said, it's going to continue to move my phone. Okay, let me just move my phone. You know, perhaps it has something to do with, you know, everything you say on social media is going to come back to you and haunt you in some kind of way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, with that being said, what else we got going on, bro? We got to kind of get this thing moving. Our mics, you know, are sounding crazy out here in these streets.
Is YouTube hating on us, man?
And YouTube is hating on the gods and stuff like that. Because, yeah. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Serena, she lost this year's U.S. Open to what's her name?
Naomi Osaka.
Osaka, yes.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of controversy around the loss because it wasn't just a straight up loss. It was a lot of back and forth between Serena and the official. Because apparently she was warned about her coaching from the sideline. I didn't know you couldn't do that.
Okay.
And then so it was a warning, right? He was making hand signals, and then Venus got another. She was upset about the violation.
You mean Serena?
Serena. I said Venus.
Yeah.
She was upset about the violation, and then she smashed her racket on the court, which is another violation.
It's 2 violations.
And then I guess because she was going at the official,
She called him a thief.
she called him a thief.
That was the third.
That was a third, and he took a whole game away, all point.
A game or a point?
He took a point away from her.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, she was losing anyway, right? Mm-hmm. And then people are calling her so a loser because she lost. But then Serena Williams and other people are saying that if that was a white man, she wouldn't have been treated like that. She wouldn't have lost that point.
Okay. Yeah.
So what do you think?
You go first.
Okay, I think both are correct.
Okay, and that's very possible.
Yeah,
we have to get out of the mindset that it's either right or wrong. The situation could call for correctness on both people's part.
I think both are correct because I do think she's held to a higher. Like I think she's judged way harder than her white counterparts.
She's also married to a white man. Let's keep that out there.
I don't think that has anything to do with this.
Well, maybe it is because she couldn't come out straight out and say, you know, you treat white men different. You know what I mean? Just interesting.
She hasn't said that?
I think she just said She said men. She kind of generalized.
But okay, so that's what people are saying, right? That if she was a white man, if she was a white woman, she wouldn't be looked at the same way. Mm-hmm. And this is true. She gets drug tests more than any other player in women's tennis.
Okay.
And she doesn't make as much. She doesn't get paid as much, which is not fair because she's clearly the best to ever do it.
Absolutely.
So, but it did take, that whole situation did take away from the young woman, Naomi, what's her name?
Naomi Osaka.
Osaka.
Let me clap that up for her. Yeah. And Osaka is
She's Japanese, Haitian Japanese.
she's Haitian, all right, and Japanese,
But
but
they keep highlighting the Japanese part like her father wasn't there.
Right.
And her father's in her life.
not only is he in her life, I would bet that her athletic skills come directly via Haitian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Haiti.
Haiti.
He said Haitian. Okay.
I'm pretty sure if this was a science fair or something cracking a code, mom's genes would kick in. Psst, psst, psst. That was racist. But it outshined this young girl's accomplishments.
Which-
you know what I mean?
It's unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate because this became about Serena, even in a loss.
Yeah.
And you know me, I hate the victim consciousness.
Yeah.
And Serena pulled the victim card. You know what I mean? Not saying it wasn't warranted.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this became about her, even in a loss. And young girl was spanking her ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was in her ass. And I think the writing was on the wall. This is the second time she beat her.
Yeah.
But the first time she beat her, that was Serena's first game back from giving birth. So we kind of put an asterisk near that because we know she wasn't in game shape. And, you know, I hated to see that happen at a monumental moment. And because now it's the changing of the guard. It's another black tennis player named Stevens or Stevenson.
Yeah, she beat Serena too.
Right, she beat Serena too. She's very good.
Yeah.
So now this young energy is coming in, and Serena is transferring or ascending into motherhood.
Yes.
Transcending is
Transcending
what I
into,
so
yeah.
ascending transcending into motherhood now. And you know what I mean? And that's fine. And there's nothing that could be taken away from her greatness. But know and understand when you set the bar so high, the next generation now have a reference point
Right.
in which they are trying to achieve and even get better. And that's the way consciousness works. So we want to big up Naomi. And it was unfortunate that she was crying because the crowd appeared to be booing her.
Yeah.
And that Serena's crying on what the fuck she was crying for. And, you know, as a result, it became a press conference in which Serena had to defend her womanhood.
Yeah.
And technically, she is right. So I want to be clear with that. Serena is correct. The standard by which they hold her, she is superhuman. You know what I mean? And as a result of that,
It's that too, and because she's a black woman, black women are historically looked at as
superhuman.
well. They're super, yes, but they're historically looked at as like aggressive, like angry black women. So
Right. So
soon as she speaks up, they're like, "Whoa, all
Right.
you know, take the point." Like,
Right. So, and then from somebody, I don't know where he was from, Carlos, whatever his name was, you know, he looked very timid, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then you have this domineering black woman getting at me, and it made for it to look stereotypical, but it wasn't really all of that. Serena's just saying, I don't cheat. Don't accuse me of cheating.
Right.
I would rather lose than cheat. And, you know, as a result, it was just bad all the way around, but I don't want to get lost in the sauce that this young Haitian girl, who they keep trying to say she's Japanese. Now, she has to play the Japanese card, you know what I'm saying, to get better endorsements and this and that.
oh, but she's about to get paid too.
Yeah, she's signing a record deal now
Yeah.
because they see the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
And not to take away from her ability to still play the match and be strategic and execute, because Serena, man, her serves alone are crazy.
Yeah.
So lost in that is this young woman's triumphant victory over one of the greatest. But Serena does have a point, and what she's saying is, I hope now, if it doesn't work for me, that the next generation of women coming up won't have to deal with that, because McEnroe and them boys was out of control. John McEnroe?
Who that?
That's the tennis player from back in the days,
Oh,
the famous dude who used to curse the umpires out like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Right.
You know what I mean? And they accepted that. But they won't accept the black woman speaking of her piece. So I want to make sure we're fair in how we, you know what I'm saying, go across this.
So the picture I have behind me was from a cartoonist named Mark Knight, and he depicted, Serena Williams as this.
Right. And he's from Australia.
Yes, Australia, yeah.
Okay.
And he has no idea, and he doubled down like,
Yeah, he doubled down like he didn't do nothing.
Well, and he doubled down like it was no big deal, and like I said, it was just he only drew it as just she was just being a sore loser.
Yeah, but this is subconsciously how he views her.
Classic racist
because if you look in the corner, look how he has Naomi with blonde hair. She ain't got no damn blonde hair. Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, she does, but
you know what he was going for.
But I know what he was going for. See, the cartoons, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Look how big and broad and, you know what I'm saying, protruding Serena looks in her picture and how timid and meek Naomi looks in hers. So we know outside of America and inside of America that this is not uncommon. So, but he felt that by doing it in a cartoon that he could kind of slyly get away with, you know what I'm saying, those kind of issues. And it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that people still view black women that way.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate that, you know, if black men are at the bottom, black women are at the bottom.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So, and this is why it's important for us to make sure we raise our women up at all costs. So when we, you know, when we go in at Nicki or Serena, it's strictly out of love. It's not to, but we have to speak truth as it is. I can't just say something about you and your shit might be a little raggedy because this is our laundry and this is our moment to kind of, you know, side note, if you're listening to the show and the whole thing is choppy, when we repost it, we'll add the official audio and we won't have any problems because we are recording separately for our podcast. So the sound will be great in the rebroadcast. But keep those super chats coming. It's been a little quiet in the chat there, in the super chat.
So real quick, I have a book recommendation.
Book recommendation. Okay.
It's called Push Out. It's by Monique W. Morris.
Pause. Push Out.
Push Out. The criminalization of black girls in schools.
Oh, okay. Let me hear a little bit more about
this. So if, like we were just talking about, they see black women as angry. They don't, you know, they don't understand. So in schools, black girls, you know, the way they talk with their hands and things like that, teachers, especially white teachers, there are a lot of white teachers in our communities, they see them as threats, and then they come down on them a little harder than. So. And
this is do you know who's the author? Monique Morris.
Yes, great book. Great book.
Yeah. So what's happening also is that's a cultural thing for us. That's why I'm always telling young people, when you see the police officers, you know how we normally get down and we do this. That can be misconstrued as, you know, an assault or an aggressive manner, especially in today's. So you have to be careful for your safety. This is not about your sovereignty right now. This is for your safety. So our women who, a lot of them have taken on more aggressive mannerisms because some of these dudes out here are such, I'm sorry to say it, bitch ass, you know, fuck boys and shit, that our women have overcompensated with a little bit more aggression that they normally would. Yeah. And a European teacher who does not understand our women's struggle, what they've been through, what they're going through, you know, from a community perspective, I could literally see how that's an issue. So I haven't read the book.
Push Out. You know, for the people in the chat.
Just for the people in the chat. If you
have that's watching, people on the podcast.
If you have a young daughter that's in class, in school, and you want to make sure that she receives the benefits, because there's one big game they're playing. The more aggressive you are and you coming at your teacher, the more likely they're going to target you. So this is chess, not checkers. So for you young ladies, you know, play this role all the way up to college. It's all one big goddamn game. You know what I mean? So we want to be clear with that. So check that book out, and somebody get back at us and let us know how the book turns out. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So this has nothing to do with anything important, but you seen I don't know if you've noticed, but the guy that plays Spider-Man, Henry Cavill, he did. I mean, not Spider-Man, Superman.
Superman, yeah.
He signed. Yesterday, it was announced that he wasn't gonna play Superman anymore.
Yeah, he's not playing Superman.
But then on Instagram, he put up a video with him with the Superman toy. So I'm not sure.
That's kind of weird because they also said my man Killmonger, not Killmonger.
Oh, we don't need Killmonger
as Superman. No, yes.
They want Michael B. Jordan to play Superman, right?
He was Killmonger. Right?
He was Killmonger. Okay, yes. They want Michael B. Jordan to play Superman. I think that's a horrible idea.
Why? A black man getting strength from the sun. Yeah, he's the Superman. Sounds about right.
It's just a what's the word?
Sounds like haterism. That's
No,
the word.
First of all, he's not really a good actor.
Haterism.
Michael B. Jordan, he's not really a good actor. And
That's all
people
about your opinion,
and
bro.
people, it's pandering. That's what it is. They want that Black Panther money.
They want the residual.
Yeah, and then black people gonna be excited until it's a white Lois Lane, and then he's saving the white girl again, and yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, right there.
That's facts.
Exactly.
Facts. Here's the thing. Yeah, I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah, DC needs to just burn everything for the next 10 years
and
let
just
Marvel eat.
Let Marvel eat, because Marvel's got
back.
this
Yeah.
on Smash.
Or this is what I suggested on Twitter. I think DC should hire me, right? They're coming out with a Flash movie, right?
Flash.
I said they should use the Flashpoint storyline, which is him going back in time, messing something up, and coming back to, like, everything's messed up, right?
This is nerd talk.
Right? So then he should go back in time, change something, come back, new Spider-Man, new Batman, because Ben Affleck, I don't think he want to come back either. Boom.
Oh. So that's like a ripple in time. It's like the butterfly effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he go back and change something.
They need to hire me, B. I just solved all their problems.
Okay. All right. I can see how that can happen.
I just solved all their problems.
I'm already getting a headache from the nerd talk. I've only been having a nerd talk for 5 minutes. Him and Eli be going back and forth. I don't know, like, what the hell they be talking about.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Oh. We skipped this whole thing. It was September 11th passed this week.
Yeah, we didn't skip it. I was hoping you kind of...
okay, we in...
Let's station identification.
Okay.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X. Yeah, so 9/11 just popped off.
17 years?
17 years. Wow,
Yeah.
wow. This is that's a long time.
Yeah, B.
That's a real long time.
Yeah, Odyssey wasn't even born.
Wasn't even born. She was in Wifey's stomach at the time, and Wifey actually wanted to go down there and help people. I was like, you ain't going nowhere, because I already know the dust and the chemicals, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, what were you thinking?
In her heart, yeah, but then that's just the way that works. But with that being said, it's time for reflection. You know what I mean? It's time to, where were you during that time? And during this time, if you still believe that 16 Arabs simultaneously hijacked 4 planes from 4 different locations with goddamn box cutters, took over planes and steered them into the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and wherever else they were going. You are a part of the problem.
Yeah.
All right, let's be clear with that. I mean, check this out. First of all, 4 Arabs couldn't walk in here with box cutters and get a sandwich. And this is me and you and Wifey here. We can take... You ever seen a brolic Arab that looked like he wanted?
All right.
I'm just keeping it a buck.
All right.
And to hijack planes and fly them into what would be equivalent to a pen. Remember, from that distance, the coordinates, what you would have to... After training on crop duster planes for 2 goddamn weeks... This is what I mean by the insulting of our general intelligence.
In 2001, I feel like it had been easier to get that over in 2001.
Why? Intelligence is intelligence.
No. I feel like information is not as available as it was back then.
Information is information. How did Building 7 fall? It didn't get hit. How did 2 planes knock down 3 fucking buildings? If I said to my 2-year-old niece, I got 3 blocks up, you know what I'm saying, of toys, and 2 things knocked out, how the fuck this 3rd building fall?
Yeah.
How, Sway? How?
Yeah.
And how the lady on BBC News, I know you saw it, announced the falling of that building, and the shit was sitting up behind her left shoulder. How? And how did they find the IDs through all the rubbish just laying around of these people? How?
Yeah.
How the fuck is this even possible?
And you know, and what I mean by like back then, it's easy to get that over because like now there's more information available. Meaning like, what's the name? Larry Silverstein.
Yeah.
The one who got the insurance policies on the building like 6 months prior.
Who owned the security? Who was running security? George Bush's brother.
His brother. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now we know it wasn't even planes that hit the buildings.
Yeah.
It wasn't even planes. It was goddamn missiles. Them using Project Bluebeam, right, to make it appear that planes went through these buildings. And how
fires don't collapse buildings.
Fires don't collapse buildings, bro.
Yeah.
Right? What they were banking on was the emotional trauma that no one would use common sense.
Well,
and we just got finished mentioning it worked. Look how far down the timeline that is now. That is 17 years down the timeline.
Not even a digital timeline. That was analog.
That was an analog timeline. So that shit is lost in your archives some goddamn where. Side note, Jay-Z album dropped that day, and his ass went platinum.
Which is, I don't even...
Which proves that he is the greatest.
Yeah, the world was ending.
And it proves the state of the mind of black people.
Yeah, the world was ending and people...
You
couldn't download albums
You had to go into goddamn...
The
Wiz or wherever the fuck they were selling music, and you had to buy it. There was no downloads.
Yeah.
You had to wait in line while the world is ending. Niggas wasn't getting food and water and guns and, first aid kits. Niggas was getting the Jay-Z album.
Yeah.
That's when I knew this shit is over for us.
Yeah.
This shit is over. Our priorities is goddamn screwed. Point blank. The last thing I was thinking about was the goddamn Blueprint album. But it just goes to show you that was a part of the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Because America changed the Patriot Act and all of this Halliburton. These motherfuckers got paid to knock down the buildings and got paid to, build the shits back up. And did you hear the 3 words or the 4 words the kids were chanting when Bush was in the classroom? Hit, plane, steal.
What?
Yeah. It's all over Twitter. Remember, he was in the classroom.
Yeah, I remember.
And the black teacher was going down the words, and the words was steal, plane, hit. What are the chances?
Oh, wow.
Dude, this is really, really... Then I saw a helicopter that was looking at the second World Trade Center before it got hit, and the only thing they saw was an explosion. Where was the plane? You see what I'm saying? So this is deep with this 9/11 situation, and it's going to be 40 or 50 years before you can even investigate it.
Oh, because it's a lot.
Because it's into some locked shit where the president can't be held accountable
until like he dies or something.
Until he dies, something
weird,
really crazy.
Yeah, something weird about that.
But if you believe that your government, like Osama bin Laden, did this, then you are a part of the problem. You're the reason. We're stuck in certain aspects. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Oh, I want to remind everybody we have a Patreon page.
We do. We have a Patreon page.
We have a lot of content up there.
Like 90 hours.
At least 90 hours of content up there.
Content. We got these classes going. I'm behind a class, but I will do a class tomorrow.
Okay.
Exclusive classes that I'm putting up teaching hip-hop recoded classes. And they will be coming constantly, and that will be exclusive. Malcolm will start putting up.
I got some stuff.
I didn't know it was a secret.
Yeah, it's not a secret, but it's some stuff. Don't worry about it.
Okay, it's some stuff going up, and so we want to shout that out because we constantly need that support.
Right. Oh, you're waiting on me.
Yeah, you're the maestro here. You're the DJ.
Okay. So on September 6th, so we're covering this story. This is on September 6th. A police officer, what's her name? Amber
Geyer?
Amber Geyer, yes.
Amber Geyer.
Amber Geyer. She killed a black man in his living room, Both them
Yeah,
John.
yeah. Both sound like he's Haitian.
Yeah. So no, he's from St. Lucian, I think.
Okay. Both them Jean. You know, whenever you get a John or
Yeah.
Jean.
So the story is that she walked into the apartment. She thought it was her apartment. Saw him in there. Thought he was an intruder, and killed him. Shot him twice. Right. So, but there's witnesses that's coming out. This story is unique in a way because there's witnesses in the building. They're contradicting what happened. Right. So they're saying the witnesses in the building saying that they heard her yell, "Let me in, let me in." And then there was another witness that said after he heard the 2 shots, he heard somebody go, "Oh my God, why'd you do that?"
Right. Well, that could happen after you shoot me.
Right.
Sure.
So he wound up dying at the hospital, and she was charged with manslaughter 3 days later, and then she was released on $300,000 bond. So, what do you think?
This story's got so many layers to it. First of all, they didn't charge her in Dallas. All right, they charged her in another county. The Texas Rangers stepped in.
Okay.
And because they charged her in another county where the ratio from white to black is totally different. So I want you to be clear with that. So now they charged her in some town, and in that town, the ratio was 8-to-1 white people to black people. So they're lining this up.
That's so let's. I'm getting angry.
Yeah. Let's be clear, right?
Oh man.
The Texas Rangers stepped in because the mayor of Dallas, I believe, is a black lady. I don't know her name at the time. It escapes me. So somebody else also demonstrated that there's no way your door could be ajar.
People are sending videos. That's why I said it's so unique. People are sending
videos to say this door is so heavy.
It slams right up.
It slams closed.
It's actually no way to, like, your key can't open the door.
Your key cannot open the door. This is why the cop was saying the door was ajar. But there's no way the door could be ajar because you know how some of those doors, they just automatically slam. So we know that there's something going on here. I will admit, the first time I heard this story, I thought he was fucking this white girl. That was just, that's what my spirit said to me. It sounded like he was doing her, the same building. Right. He probably tried to cut it off. And, you know, she didn't know how to deal with that. She came into his apartment and killed him.
Right.
Now, the eyewitnesses are saying, let me in, let me in.
Yeah.
That's corroborating that report. Somebody had put up a picture.
I don't know if that picture was
her. The picture wasn't her, from what I understand.
See how fast fake news?
Fake news will travel fast. So there was supposed to be a picture of him and her together. And when I saw that, I said, that makes sense. But now they're saying that the picture is not.
Yeah, that don't even look like her.
Correct.
But there was a picture of her and her family with the white power.
Right.
One of the family
members. I called this 666 last week. I was corrected. It is white W and the P for power.
Yeah. So
our signal has gone out over there. Okay, we are back on. Okay, cool. So I was corrected in you know, by people in the comment section, and they were showing her doing that. I don't know how that fares in court because her family is saying, no, we were celebrating somebody's 6'9" birthday and all that old crazy stuff. But now black men are getting killed in their apartment. And here's the thing. She's saying he wasn't following my commands.
Right.
I'm in my house. What do you mean your commands?
With no warrant. You had no warrant to be in there.
With no warrant to be in here. And you shoot me in my home. And her thing is going to be, I thought I was in my apartment. Yeah. You know me, I'm always looking at it from her lawyer's perspective.
She's going to walk, and I'm tired.
And then didn't they find weed in his apartment?
Yeah, so Fox News reported that, but you know how they get down.
Yeah, you know. As if that has anything to do with anything. Yeah. But that's just to suggest that maybe he was inebriated and couldn't follow instructions.
No, what they're doing is they're setting it up, right? They're going to set it up. He was a weed smoker.
Right.
Right, they're going to discredit all the other stuff he does for his local church and
absolutely
back in St. Lucia. They're going to discredit all that. Like, what? He smokes weed,
and he was on weed that night, perhaps.
Oh, they're going,
And then he didn't understand what she was saying.
He's a big dude.
And he's a big dude. She had worked a 15-hour shift or something like that.
Right, they're going to say she was tired.
And she was tired, you know, she got off on the wrong floor, and his door was open. And she thought she was in her apartment. Yeah, she's going to walk. She's gonna walk.
Oh man,
As crazy as that sounds,
that's disgusting.
but that just again adds to how many ways you can get killed. I can get killed selling Lucy cigarettes. I can get killed with my hands in the air. I can get killed buying some Skittles and goddamn iced tea. I can get killed like who was it, Louima, one of them guys reaching for my wallet, shot 41 times. I can get killed. There's so many ways.
Amadou Diallo.
Amadou Diallo. Now I'm in my house chilling, eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
I can get killed. The one place that you feel that you should be the safest, right? In your home. I made it through the door. Another day, a black man alive. I'm gonna go have a sandwich.
And without a warrant, so what that is saying is like I can literally do whatever I want. If she walks, well, I think she will because the way they're setting it up, they laying the groundwork right now. We watched the Trayvon Martin.
Oh,
stuff.
the Trayvon Martin.
You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is lay the groundwork, and then they're gonna pick a jury that looks like her.
And that's why I said they arrested her in another county where, you know what I'm saying?
That's deep. I didn't know that.
That's
so they're gonna
very
pick
critical.
a jury that looks like her.
Absolutely.
Paint him to be some big burly black dude that smokes
Who was
weed,
on drugs.
Who was on drugs.
Right.
And then she's gonna say, he didn't follow my directions. He came after me. I thought I was in my house. I was tired. I was
Big
delusional.
burly black man in the dark. I'm in my apartment, or at least I think I am.
Yeah.
And I see this big burly figure coming at me.
Yep.
After working a long shift, I tell him to stop. He doesn't stop. Now, here go the key words. I feared for my life. That's all these white people got to say. You know it, and I know it. I feared for my life. I fired. You know what I'm saying? Then, realizing, oh shit, I live downstairs. Upstairs, whoever. Yeah. Now, I think she lived below him. She got off on the wrong floor. She got on the third floor as opposed to the second floor, and so forth and so on.
I mean, somebody reported that there was noise complaints. Like,
yeah, I heard he was a very noisy neighbor. Yeah. That might be why she killed him, or they was doing the jungle fever thing.
I think it was a noise thing.
No, I think that's a crime of passion. You don't fucking kill nobody. Let me in. That means we've been probably, doing some things. And then he, you know how niggas break that shit off quick. Nah, ma, you know what I'm saying? This ain't, and these fucking white girls can be a little crazy.
So, what's crazy? The Constitution, the Second Amendment mainly, was put in place to combat situations like this. So if there's a militarized force, with the police is a militarized force at this point, right? Mm-hmm. The Second Amendment was so you can have a militia to combat that. Even technically, we know the deal.
We know it was made so that white people can carry guns and kill niggas,
right?
Get away with it.
But I'm saying it's just like, who polices the police?
Dude, we live in a police state.
Fam,
we really live in a police state. This is way out of control. I mean, I can't write a more crazier story than I made it home. I thank my ancestors that I made it home, and then you come to my home, supposedly, and my door's left open, supposedly, but yet nobody else's door did that. Yeah. A few people got on and said, dude, you can't even. White people too. White people were saying, dude, it's impossible. These doors slamming. Boom. So, but they hired Ben Crump.
I'm in the wrong apartment.
Yeah, at one point. And I heard he had a bright red door. So I'm just trying to figure out, that might be false news by Black Dot. So don't quote me, because you're hearing so many things. But they hired Ben Crump. He ain't won a case yet. So I don't know if that's going to work. He lost the Trayvon Martin case.
Oh hell!
He lost the Ron Brown, or is it Ron Brown?
Michael Brown.
Michael Brown case. I think he was in on the Don't Choke Me, my man.
Eric Garner.
I'm not sure. I know Al Sharpton was in. So he ain't won a case yet, as far as I'm concerned.
God damn.
So they got him on the case. So she's gonna walk. Yeah, she's definitely gonna walk.
And then nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing's gonna happen. You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So we have Urban X on the story.
Oh, it's Tupac's birthday.
Oh no, this is Death
Day.
I forgot to load that. My bad.
So let's talk about the Tupac situation. It's 22 years ago. today that Tupac made his transition. You know, he got shot on the 7th.
Yeah, okay.
And he lived to the 13th. Or he got shot on the 6th. I'm sorry. He got shot on the 6th, 7-day theory.
Okay.
He passed away on the 13th.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And just reflecting on Tupac's, he was only 25 years old. What he had already accomplished in music, his level of activism, you know, him getting involved with Suge Knight and all that, we know it's just a part of his story, but it's not his whole story. You know what I mean? The acting and all the things that he was contributing, and listening to hip hop now is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where he had set the bar. Side note, 24 years ago today, Biggie dropped Ready to Die.
Oh.
I'm going to say that again. 24 years ago today, Biggie drops Ready to Die. See the connection between him and Pac? You know what I'm saying? Even, yeah, this thing gets really,
Wait,
really...
so he dropped Ready to Die, and then 2 years later, Pac got killed?
Yeah, yeah.
Which one? No, you mean, wait, really?
Yeah. Somebody look that up in the chat for me. I'm almost certain of that. Yeah. Ready to Die drops on September 13th, 94. And Tupac died September 13th, 96.
Oh, yeah. Yep, 94. Yep.
This is September 13th?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just goes to show you the connection. So he was ready to die.
Classic album.
He dies.
Classic album.
And then life after death comes. It's a really weird dynamic on how these dates correlate with each other. So just wanted to, reflect on those times, Tupac, and, what Biggie's contributions were to hip hop.
And again, that's why it's like me turning 25. I was like, look at all he did at 25.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You like you slacking. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Just get your shit together, son. That's all. Get your shit together.
So you have an urban excellence story this week.
I have an urban excellence story this week.
Before we start, urban excellence is our way to highlight people within our community that are doing great things, no matter how big or how small. Right?
Absolutely.
So if you have an urban excellence story that you'd like us to share, you can email us at urbanx.nyc@gmail.com. You can email us through the blog website at urbanx.nyc. You can hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at urbanx_NYC.
Yeah.
And let us know your story, and then we'll shout you out. So
we're going to shout you out on that. Absolutely. We appreciate that. This week's story comes from a hip-hop legend. All right? His name is the almighty KG from the Cold Crush Brothers. Now, I know a lot of you young people are going out there, who are the Cold Crush Brothers? Well, if your father listened to hip-hop, his favorite group is the Cold Crush Brothers. They are revered as, this is before records. All right, this is what I call the chaos realm of hip-hop, where the architects of the culture were laying the foundation. The Cold Crush Brothers, the greatest stage show that you would see. 4 brothers, a Grandmaster Cash, JDL, Easy AD, and Almighty KG. 2 DJs, not one. Tony Tone, Never Leaving the Girls Alone, and Charlie Chase with the funky bass, right? They put on the most amazing stage shows you could ever see. But as time goes on, they don't get the shine that they should get. They are the Rolling Stones, in my humble opinion, of hip-hop. And they should be revered as such, right? So in understanding that, they still perform. I went to the Wild Style reunion, 35-year, and we did a late show. And it's funny because they perform and they don't rehearse. So these routines are still flawless after 35 years. But Almighty KG has now decided to branch off into owning his own cable station. Let's clap that up. Sorry about the abrupt cutoffs.
It sounds weird. You got to edit that better.
I will edit it better.
Yeah, it just cuts off.
It kind of cuts off. So, Almighty KG has always been one of the 4 that is a little bit more technical, You know what I'm saying? He's kind of a techie kind of guy. Still puts out great music to this day as well, that you can check out. But his cable show is called What's On? Yeah, What's On? And this is Cutting the Cable. So let me read some of the stuff that goes on here. Finally, a network with you in mind where the average Joe can enjoy live TV without breaking the bank. You will never see the bill run up. All of a sudden, you get 83 live sports channels. Ouch, that's right up my alley. Like TNT, ESPN, and 25 radio stations for a very low price of, get this, $29.99. You can't beat that. $29.99. That's a pretty good deal. This is a great offer you can pass on. You can search and see if you can beat this, but we don't think so. So cut the cable and come join the family at What's On. Don't ask, just watch. And clap that up one more time.
Yeah, that's dope.
And so that's what's going on. We want to congratulate Karis One. We want to congratulate Almighty KG and Robin Lynn. That's his partner. Shout out to Robin. We see you out there. You guys have some big, big things coming. Where not only that, you're going to be able to log on and see people's podcast live. You're going to be able to hear people's stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? So that's our urban excellence story of the week, to still see the pioneers contributing to the culture, growing with the culture, and What's On.
And adapting with the culture.
And adapting. So let me give you the link. Do I have, it's what slash...
We'll
put the link in the description. So if you want to cut your cable, all you need is internet. And that's the $29 plan. They got a $49 plan for, the Supreme packages. And, you know what I'm saying? Somebody sent us some bread again?
Oh, yes. Shout out to Stranger350. 3,500.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. We appreciate
We appreciate that. Don't forget the chat is still going on Super Chat. So I wanted to big up Almighty KG from the Cold Crush Brothers, Robin Lynn. You guys are doing a great job. And I want to now put up a cryptic message.
Did that make any sense?
Oh, I wasn't supposed to.
Did that make any sense? We're gonna move on.
Let's move on.
So
you are tuned into the sounds. I'm a little Urban X. I think we was just supposed.
So Forbes announced the Cash Kings list of 2018.
Malcolm is
What'd you think? What'd you think?
Malcolm is pissed at me.
What'd you think?
That list is about right. Jay-Z made 76 million, Diddy 64, Kendrick Lamar 58 million this year. Some ballers in there. Nas made the list for the first time. Clap that up.
That's the first time he's on the list.
That's Nas' first time on the Forbes list.
Oh wow.
Nas made 35 million. Let me hold something, Nas. Let me hold a little something. And that's big for him because he got into the techie stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He got into the techie stuff, and you know what I mean? So, any surprises on that list for you?
Russ at the bottom.
I don't even know who Russ is. Who is
He's
Russ?
an independent artist that people don't like.
And he made 15 million.
He has his own fan base.
Is he white?
He is.
Okay.
But he has his own fan base. He produces, he engineers his own stuff. He's a DIY guy. Like, he just says, I do everything myself.
Wow. And that sets the tone for young artists, because you don't need record labels anymore. You really don't. You really don't. And Meek Mill even made 15 million after being locked up.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So you see that the industry is making some cash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The big ballers are making some cash as an independent artist. And let's be clear. As an independent artist, even if you made $600,000 a year, that's great money. You know what I'm saying? You can ball out. You know what I mean? And have a good time. So stop thinking you need these labels. The internet is here for you to take full advantage of, so that you may put yourself in position to.
And people don't like Russ, but he talks about like cultivating your own fan base, because he said, "Yo, I can sell out a 3,000 seat arena," and he said that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's just, he said, I can do that by myself.
Right, absolutely.
He said I don't have to have 4 or 5 names on there to
sell out. I know that these 3,000 people are here to see me.
Right, and that money, he said he has his own merch. That money goes to me.
Yeah. My man, 9mm, not 9mm.
Tech 9.
Tech 9.
Yeah.
9mm. Tech 9 does the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised he's not up on this list. I'm pretty sure he probably made about 10 million.
I thought it was interesting. Pitbull is on this list. He made 32 million.
But Pitbull he does world music.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. They listed him as hip hop, but he be traveling across the world with that electronic music. So that is a lot of money to be made. You know what I'm saying, in the electronic world.
Facts.
So I'm not surprised that he's on that list.
Facts.
So what else we have going on here? Okay, we want to make a public service announcement. We kind of made this announcement last week, but we're getting closer to the date. Doggy Diamonds TV will be presenting on September 19th. Beanie Siegel will be in the building at Sony Hall. Get your tickets. We have our tickets, VIP.
Yeah,
we are ready to go.
Yeah.
We will be in the building. I think this is a very interesting interview. I'm pretty sure Beanie Siegel has a lot to say about the past, about the present, what he has going on. It's going to be a nice, intimate setting. And we want to come out and show Doggy Diamonds some support for that.
Factuals.
So if you are in the area.
Yes, it's at Sony Hall.
It's at Sony Hall.
Downtown.
You're in the New York area. Doors open up at 8. Or 6.
Yeah, I think 6.
6. Show time is at 8.
Yes.
And so get there, buy your tickets, show support. It's not good enough for us to just log in. You know, we got to kind of show some support these days. So show that support. And that's real talk. That is real talk.
And again, thank you for all the people that supported in the super chat. That was dope.
Yeah.
First time doing it.
First time doing it. But Malcolm has a birthday coming on Saturday, so if you want him to pop some bottles or something, what are you doing for your birthday?
Going bowling.
Bowling. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Bowl, eat.
I'm a simple dude.
Yeah. I know that Virgos are
I'm a simple dude.
Very simple. We don't need a lot of But the next couple of super chat donations, Malcolm is gonna bust a bot.
Maybe.
I'm just trying to motivate people to kind of put that cash up. What else we got going on?
Nothing.
That's it. That's our show for the day.
Not really. Well, Trump.
Oh, let me talk about this T-shirt.
Oh yeah, because people were talking about it.
The $5 food stamp. All right, this $5 food stamp. Shout out to my girl Obi. She gave me this for my birthday, and it says "Humble Beginnings." And if you don't know nothing about this. You grew up, you didn't, And back in the days, if you know what this food stamp is, it came in a book. There was different colors. The $10 was purple, and you had to take the whole book in the store. And even though we were all on food stamps, it still was embarrassing to have to go in the store and look around and see if any of your friends is in the store and peel off and buy your stuff. And it just is what it is. And then you would sell them $7 cash for $10 food stamps. So you might have saw the episode of Everybody Hates Chris, and the moms was in the supermarket trying to move those food stamps. Yeah. So I'm from this era. I will get the information and put it in the description of where you can get this actual T-shirt. But this does represent a portion of life that I remember well. You know what I mean? But you do not remember because
no, not.
Yeah. So now, we could put some things up that we didn't put up before, and just kind of. So what else we got going on the show?
Nothing.
That's our whole show for the night?
Yeah.
That's our entire show?
Yeah.
The entire show?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm impressed. I am impressed. You know what I mean? I am impressed. And, so any questions in the chat?
Yeah. Any questions?
Malcolm is pissed. Oh, man. And I told y'all he beats me, right? Under my armpits.
He deserves it, though.
Under my armpits and on the bottom of my feet. Right after the show, when I don't do the show right.
He deserves it, though.
He beats me. I'm a little slow. We had miscommunication.
No.
That's all it was.
No, it was.
It was miscommunication on some things.
It wasn't miscommunication. We agreed to do one thing, and then he does another.
You know, but I'm just saying.
And for the people that are listening, you won't understand it, but soon. I'll talk about it when we could talk about it.
Okay, yeah. So,
Yo,
maybe it's old age. I'm 50 now. I'm getting a little senile, and my memory is going bad. But I could have swore we were supposed to do something.
Yeah, listen. Do you have any questions in the chat?
Any questions in the chat room? Anybody?
Kevin Garnett losing 77 mil.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that, son. How do you lose 77 million?
77 million. Like, how are you not keeping track of that much money?
Yeah.
And I get, rich people they leave their money with their accountants.
No.
I need to see.
Check this out. If you owe me $77. I'm leaning on you like, yo, bro, you said this week, right?
All right.
So we put too much trust in these accountants, and this is not just him. But 77 million.
Yeah,
now, 7.7 million, maybe.
Out of a 20-year career?
Yeah, 20-year career, 200.
Yeah.
I made $250 million. And you cipher off 7.7. Cool, that comes with the territory of me not understanding finances. But $77 million?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That means you were financially ignorant.
Yeah. Wasn't like I saw an interview with Kevin Hart and he talked about how much like back taxes he owed. He owed about $500,000 in back taxes, and he said after that, like he made sure every check he got, he made sure he signed. Like,
you have to be the one that signs off. I don't care if it's the cleanest bill.
Yeah.
You have to sign off on it. You put too much trust in these people, and then people, Master P got at him. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, that money could have went to, people helping people out in the hood, and he's trying to inform these young artists, stop. He said, with that kind of money, you're supposed to have 2 and 3 accountants.
Right.
You have an accountant looking at an accountant
right.
while you looking at an accountant.
Right, yeah.
And then his girl just left him too, not to put his personal business out there. She secured what was left of the bag.
You think he's broke? I don't think he's broke.
I don't think he's broke, but 77 million?
You could use that.
And now he's suing for that. But I ain't got that money now. That money gone. Now I'm Bernie Madoff that money.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna see that. So, but it lends to the way LeBron and them handle their business now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're on top of their game to make sure all the money stays in-house, and you surround yourself with people that you can trust, and you pay these people well, and you don't have those kind of problems.
Side note, I heard LeBron is trying to produce a Lean On Me remake with a female lead.
Lean On Me, that's what
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, with Joe Clark.
Joe Clark with a female lead.
I'm not rolling.
It could work.
No, not rolling.
It could work.
It can work, but like, why? Morgan Freeman's not even dead.
He ain't gotta be dead.
Nah, man, you don't remake a classic like that.
I heard they redoing Scarface with Denzel.
No. What? See,
I'm just saying. This
people,
is what I'm not LeBron. I'm just saying in the streets that they're trying.
No, people. Hollywood is so unoriginal, man. Stop with these remakes. Cause Scarface was a remake.
Scarface, yeah. Was it?
Yes.
Of what? The original Scarface
yes.
with the okay, all right. What else we have going on before we get out of here? Kevin losing that bag. Yeah, that's crazy. Boston is on fire. Big gas explosion.
Oh wow.
Okay, did not know that.
Prayers out.
Kelly Colton said Kevin Durant wasn't the smartest. Kevin Garnett, not Durant, wasn't the smartest cookie. Yeah, but I'm checking up on my money, like frequently. Kind of money.
He was straight out of high school, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember he was straight out of high school, but still, I'm checking up on my money. Not confirmed yet. Okay. I don't know what's not confirmed. Maybe it's the Scarface movie is not confirmed. Okay, I just heard they tossing around some ideas. You know what I'm saying? You got another 2 minutes to put something in the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to bullshit around for about 5 minutes and take this show to an hour 30. I think that's pretty...
okay, yeah, all right.
So what else is going on out there in the world, Malcolm? Anything?
Let me see. Oh, the dog is running.
All right. Maybe we will have to
yeah, man.
end this show.
Thank you for the support.
Thank you for the support. out there in the super chat.
And in the regular chat.
Sorry about the sound, because I guess it was messed up the whole show.
Yeah, so we'll repost this episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be reposted with
the audio. But if you want to listen to the show in its entirety, you can go to Apple Podcasts,
absolutely,
Google Play, Spotify, Audio Boom, Radio Public, Stitcher Radio, what else? Google Podcasts, a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah.
And shout out to those who are dealing with the storm. You know what I'm saying, in Florence.
Oh yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying, that
these
look,
hurricanes.
it's gonna these hurricane season is here. So buckle down, and you know, for those, hope the ancestors are with you, and that you maintain, and we will see you next week.
Peace.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, or they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.